Hey beauties, and welcome back to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV. We are back with a new and different kind of collaboration, but the hair is provided by CurlsQueen Hair. Now y'all know, y'all see me do 1,000,001 wigs on this channel, but today y'all, for the very first time ever, I'm going to be doing boho braids, and I will be doing 50-inch boho braids on myself, okay? And this is the NaturalDeepWave hair that they sent me. It is 3 packs of the 22-inch, and y'all, listen, the hair is tea, the hair is given, okay? So this is my natural hair. I washed and blow dried it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and section my hair off into 3 parts. And I'm going to start by parting my hair down the center, and then I'm going to section out one side from the back and then section out the other side from the back. And then once I do that, you know, I will separate everything, my baby hairs, all that, and get started, okay? But listen, y'all, like I said, first time ever doing boho braids, and then the first time ever doing boho braids on myself, and they was 50 inches long. And it only took me, y'all, 5 to 6 hours to do it. Like, that deserves an applause. Period. And listen, I absolutely love it, y'all. I have not worn braids in over 10 years. Like, I done did the boho plaited wigs, all that, but as far as scalp braids, I have not worn braids over 10 years, like plaits in over 10 years. But I was really excited to give this look a try, and it do not look like my first time at all, y'all. And based on the beginning of this video, y'all see what it looks like. So I'm gonna give y'all the tea. I did watch a few other YouTubers do this style, so it kind of gave me, like, you know, the how-to on how to do it. I watched them do it on their clients, and I just took what I saw and applied it to my real hair. So let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, as I mentioned, I have 3 bundles of 22-inch, and it's like a natural deep wave. And I am using 4 packs of Hollywood pre-stretch hair and some edge control. I forgot the name of it just that quick. Some, you know, whatever it was that was in the beginning of this video. But I'm using some of that, and I'm going to be doing the braids. Now, first and foremost, if you do want baby hairs for your boho braids, just go ahead and section that area out now and just clip it out the way or rubber band it out the way. And that way you can style your baby hairs when you finish with all of your braids. So I just pulled out the hair that I wanted to keep, and right now I'm just clipping it out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on this first section. Now, the size that I chose to do was kind of like medium, okay, because 1, I'm doing it on myself, so I wanted to go as quickly as possible. 2, I'm probably going to wear these for like 3 weeks to a month, because y'all know I'm in the middle of moving, and right now weeks is not it for a moving process. Like, I want to be able to just throw my hair up in a ponytail, do what I need to do, and wearing braids right now with this Miami to Orlando transition is definitely going to give, okay? So I'm like, you know what? Perfect timing, CurlsQueen. Perfect timing. So right now I'm parting off my first section, and yes, I did start with my braids by doing the front of my head first because I wanted to see what I was doing, make sure I had a down pack, so me doing the back was a breeze. But listen, when I seen how my hair came out with the first braid, I knew it was going to be tea, okay? I knew it was going to be tea. But right now I'm opening up that first pack of hair, and just that little thin section right there, that's how many that's how big I made some of the sections. But I did, you know, add more hair throughout the rest of the install of me doing these braids, because I did want to make the hair very full and fluffy, and it came out to be exactly like that. And now I'm just taking my edge control, and I'm just going to split this first section into 2. And I zoomed in a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing. And about on each braid, I did do about 8 to 12 pieces of the boho curly hair, and you know, just to make sure it was nice and full. But just starting off the plait with my regular hair, I took small sections, about 9 pieces of the hair, and after every 3 to 4 like stitching in, I add in another piece of that braiding hair, and then I go ahead and add in a strip of the curly hair. And you just want to place the end of the curly hair with the rest of that cankalon, and you want to pull the curly piece out the way so you can finish plaiting it, and you do not plait it with the rest. And yes, all these tips, y'all, I learned from other YouTubers, so shout out to the girlies on here who teach the girls how to do braids, period, because I just learned something new. But now I'm going in with my second curly piece and just add it in. And you remember, you just want to add the end of that curly piece and you plait it in with the rest of the hair. And as you go along, you add in more cankalon, and the more braiding hair that you add in, the thicker the braid becomes. And because my hair is naturally, it's full, but it's kind of like finer hair. Even if I use a lot of hair for the box, it still comes out like kind of skinny. So I did not want my braids to look very bulky, so I just tried to ease the extra hair in with like a smooth transition, if you know what I mean. But still plaiting it, adding more braiding hair, and then adding those curly pieces. And I'm gonna do it all the way down till it get about 50 inches. And once I'm done with that braid, we'll move on to the next one. Yes, y'all, I have to chew on my hair and move like I got a long neck like a giraffe. But baby, when I tell you, after I finished that braid and I saw how it looked, I knew this hair was going to be tea. And you cannot tell me that this is my first time. When I tell y'all, when the girls see me out in the street, they're going to be like, who did your hair? Me. And I don't know how I'm feeling, y'all. I feel like I want to do this about 2 more times. And if I like it still, like the whole process of installing, then I'll just go ahead and add these to the booking site. But y'all let me know down in the comments. Should I add these to the booking site? Yes or no? I need all my beauties to tap in and just yes or no, should I add these to the booking site? But nevertheless, I'm moving on to my second plait. So now I am no longer a boho virgin. I did my very first boho braid. So now I'm feeling really confident and I'm like, oh yeah, I know I'm about to do this and do this quickly. So same thing, I started with a couple stitches for my real hair. Then I added a cankalon. This time I added in 2 pieces. And now I'm going to take a piece of that curly boho hair, add it in, just grab the end of it, plait it in with the rest of the hair, add more cankalon, add another piece, and we're just going to keep going all the way down. And to make sure that your braid is super neat, put that edge control all around the braid on the root part. And also, if you feel like your hair is getting frizzy or flyaways or anything, you could just add some more edge control to your fingertips or put it directly on the hair to keep the hair nice and smooth. But yeah, very tea, very tea. But you know, people, I've already posted like the reels and the TikTok video, and people already been texting my phone directly asking me where you could get this hair for the boho braid. So make sure you guys do check out that description box down below so you can purchase you some of this hair to add to your boho braids, because honestly, y'all, you need you some human hair on your boho braids. All that synthetic, yeah, it looks good for day 1, but after 3 days, it's not going to look good. So make sure you guys grab you some of this human hair, braiding hair for your boho style braids, okay? And I love how full it was. Like, I used about 2.5. If I did smaller braids, of course, I would have been able to use the full 3, but I did add a lot of curly hair. I added more than 2.5 packs of that curly hair to my braids because I wanted to make sure that it was not thin, okay? I wanted to make sure it was not thin, but I'm almost done braiding the second braid, and then I'm going to move right along. Now, another key thing that I learned from watching other boho braider videos, you want to make sure that you're doing the same amount of braids on both sides of your head. So in that first row, I did 2 braids. In this second row, I'm going to do 3 braids. And I think from that point on, I'm going to do 3 braids all the way up until I get to the middle. Then I'm going to do 4. But you want to make sure that you keep the same exact number of braids on each side, because, you just want your hair to be symmetrical and even, and try to add the same amount of curly hair as well on your braids. That way, one side does not look fuller than the other. So you just want to continue to add those boho pieces and continue to add that kinkalon, but make sure you keep track when you get the boat, like on both sides, to make sure you're doing the same amount of braids in each single row. So now I'm doing my 4th braid, and at this point I am a professional at this. This is easy cake, okay? Once I got the braid 4, I was like, yeah, I got this in a wrap. But this is how it looks when I completed the first half of the front of my head. The first row 2 braids, second and third row was 3 braids, and the very middle part was 4 braids. And you want to make sure, even when it comes to your parting space, that you do not line the boxes up directly. You want to kind of do like 2 boxes and then off center the parting space. That way, instead of them laying one on top of each other, they kind of like lay in the gaps of each previous row. And that way it will also help your hair look more organized and, laid correctly, because you do not want to do all of the lines straight, because then it's not going to lay perfectly in between each, you know, like each center of the following braid or whatever like that. But now we're gonna go ahead and move over to the other front side and just doing the same exact thing I did on the other side. My first section, I'm parting off two, just taking my clip, getting it out the way, and I'm just going to braid it up, adding a braiding hair, adding the boho pieces. But I wanted to give you guys, you know, the perspective on both sides. And like I said, y'all, match it up to the other side exactly as far as the number of plaits in each row. But yes, the boho was definitely given already, period.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Every time I pull my hair out, was only out of fear. You'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear. Cause what's the point of crying? It was never even now. Did you ever want me? Was I ever good enough? Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy. Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy.
He say that I'm good enough, but I'm not good enough. Think about shit that I should've known. So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me. Like that boy is a cap. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, but he blowing her back. Think about me, cause he know that it's fat. And it been what it been. Calling his phone like, yo, send me a pin. Look at my shit, cause he know what I'm on. But when he hit me, I'm not gonna respond. But I don't sleep enough without you. And I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky shit that you do.
Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me, boy. Good boy's a liar. Good boy's a liar. He doesn't see ya. You're not looking at me,
So now that we are done with that braid, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what it looks like with me being completely done with the front. Yes, the boho is given, very nice, very neat, very cutesy, very modest, very demure. Okay, and once I seen the front of my hair, I knew the back was gonna be a breeze. Now y'all know when it comes to doing the back of your head, you gotta do the double triple mirror effect, and it is not easy. Okay, doing the front is no problem, but getting it done in the back be the harder part, okay? But I was still able to manage by having my phone behind me and also having a mirror behind me and with the mirror in front of me. And honestly, y'all, for the back, we went larger, okay? I did the front first because I wanted all of my energy to be put into the front of my head. And I did the front smaller than I did the back. Now, with these, I still kind of did like 4 going across each row, or sometimes I split it into 3, you know, just whatever I felt was best. But same thing with the front. What I did to one side, I did to the other side as well, okay? But I did make the braids larger in the back simply because, one, like as I mentioned, my hair is already on the finer side. So though it looks super full, when it's puffy, if I press it out, it's more on the fine side. So I can add a lot of, like I could do a big part and it still be thinner. You get what I'm saying? So same thing, part of my hair off, I did my first braid, added in the boho hair, but I'm going to show you guys on this side what I did. Now it was kind of harder because I had to braid it in a different angle, but I was still able to add in the hair just like normal, and then also add in the the boho curly hair pieces. And same thing, just make sure the braided start thickening up, and then I went in with the boho curly pieces and added it in, doing the same method, leaving the long end of the curly hair out and just plaiting the shorter end inside of the rest of the hair. And I kind of had to flip the hair to the side like this to make it much easier for me to add in the curly pieces. So you're gonna do some arm bending and shoulder twisting, but guess what, it will get done. You will get it done. Trust me, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, not that I know I could do this style on myself, when I definitely need me a break from wigs, y'all will catch me in some boho braids for sure. Like, for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'm not really a braid girly, but after I slayed this, definitely a braid girly. I see why the girls went crazy for the boho. Like, I can see why. But it's another angle, like I said, watching me do it from the back. Ooh, that sounded kind of freaky. But y'all know what I mean. Watching me braid the hair from a different perspective and just add it in or whatever. It's still neat, as you can see. The braid is not twisted up and all messed up. It's still very nice and neat. So once I was able to get this angle and get it done, I knew it was going to be a breeze.
Sunshine of my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. No matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, best part. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say
Now, right now you see 3 braids, but in this next clip, baby, you gonna see I only got 1 left, y'all. When I tell y'all I did the back so fast, oh my God, it came so quick, like no more than 2 hours, I kid you not. But now we're on the last braid, and I'm just adding that braiding hair in there as I go along. Same thing I did to the rest of the head. So I'm gonna finish this braiding this up. I'm gonna pull the braid to the front so it's easier for me to grab the boho hair and add it in, because it's at the very top of my head. And once I flip that forward, like I said, it was easy to add that curly hair and just keep adding my hair as I go along. But once I'm done, I'm going to show you guys the full length, how I dominated and I killed these 50-inch boho braids. But then I'm going to also show you guys how I did my baby hairs, because you know you got to have you some baby hairs with your braids. Like, you got to. And yes, y'all, I know y'all gonna get on me about what I did, but I'm gonna save this for when we get to that part. But here is the almost finished look, okay? 50-inch bust down, okay? For me to do this on myself, my parts is pretty straight. It is super full, super long, and honey, I am feeling it. I know that's right. Yeah. Period. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into these baby hairs, and both of the sections that I already had pulled off, I'm just gonna take off that rubber band, comb them out, flat iron it. And after I flat iron it, y'all, I know y'all gonna try to eat me up in the comments, and I do not care, but I'm cutting this hair. Yes, I am. I'm cutting the edges, y'all. First and foremost, the front of your edges is already thin and broken off. You already know that. So don't try to kill me too much, because all that hair right there that's straggly is all dead ends, split ends, all that. So you know what we gonna do? We gonna chop it on off. Chop. Like I said, I know y'all gonna eat me up in the comments about that one, but the hair was thin anyway, and it was already split. So all we did was get some of that dead hair off anyways. And now I'm gonna curl it up with my pencil curler, and we just gonna swoop it up with some even holding spray. And today I'm using a red can, so I'm just gonna do a quick little swoopity swoop, blow dry it, and do the same thing to the other side.
This one I got you with the job. Me, I know get time, I did that. That cover my face, calling me that. Biggie man, we don't be where I back that. Tell me, what's it go? You are go, all the men, they catch it, ride the foot, on the feet, die for nothing. What's it go? You are go, all the men, they catch it, ride the foot, on the feet, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must comment it. I can't come and see myself. So anything when they do, they try to take me to my way. Plenty survive with the face. Just to make your money day. But my people then go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one women. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, what's it go? You are go, all the men, they can ride the whip, on the feet, die for nothing. What's it go? You are go, all the men, they can ride the whip, on the feet. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, my boat, I'm paddling. Shout out Bella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trace. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. But I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become a shine, I'll be head of state. But my people then go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one women. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. What's it go? You are go, all the men, they catch it, ride the whip, on the feet, die for nothing. What's it go? You are go, all the men, they catch it, ride the whip, on the feet. Now.
Alex, Abs. Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee. Because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Every time I pull my hair out, was only out of fear. You'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear.
So now I am done with my baby hairs, and I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. This is me sampling it pulled up. Now I know some people do add like the boho to the very root of the braid, but I do have extra hair, so when I do want to come and, you know, style my hair up differently, I would just crochet in that remaining curly hair pieces to do like my little curly bangs for certain styles that I do. And I did go ahead off camera, mousse myself, add holding spray, sit under the dryer. I did all of that, and this is the final result. Now, I know y'all gonna be shocked, but I did not dip my ends in hot water yet, and it don't even look like I really need to, honestly, y'all, because the braids is just giving. But thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, this tutorial, learn something. I know y'all happy to see me in something new, do something new, and I'm appreciating all the love in advance that I'm going to get from this video. Once again, to get this curly hair for your boho, the description details have all you need to know. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all on the next video.